Well, let's go back now to Florida for more testimony in the revenge mom murder trial we are watching together for defendant Sheila Agee, charged with principal first-degree premeditated murder after prosecutors say that she encouraged her son, Keith Agee, to kill the mother of his child, Brooklyn Sims. We've been listening to defendant Sheila Agee on the stand under direct, but now the prosecution gets their chance to cross her. Let's go back into the courtroom.
Didn't think he would show, but if he did, you were there to beat his ass.
Yes, ma'am.
Well, that boy did show up, and you didn't beat his ass, did you?
No, ma'am, I didn't see him.
Tell this jury, when you warned Brooklyn that she might be in harm's way.
When we were going to lunch, I passed her the phone, and I let her read the text.
What text?
The text that me and Keith had sent back and forth.
You and Keith have matching tattoos, don't you?
Yes, ma'am, we do.
And Keith in your phone is listed as my baby.
Yeah, I just said that, yes.
Right. And you said in the text messages that the jurors heard this morning that Keith will always be your baby, correct?
Yes, he's my child, yes.
And you also said in those text messages that you like Brooklyn, but you love Keith.
I'm sorry, I didn't hear the question.
She said she likes Brooklyn, but she loves Keith.
Yes, I told Keith that. He's mad.
My question was,
Yes or no,
Yes,
ma'am?
yes, ma'am, I'm sorry, yes.
It's a yes or no
Yes,
question?
yes, yes.
Mr. Ackman, please do not interrupt.
Yes,
and in those text messages, you said you would do anything for Keith because he is your child, correct?
I said anything that I could.
Anything that you could.
Right.
Like send an address, right?
No, not like that.
So Mr. Ackerman was talking to you about your different tactics depending on Keith's mood.
Yes, ma'am.
Right? You said sometimes you have to agree with him, sometimes you have to disagree with him. Whatever works to calm him down.
Yes, ma'am.
Right? So what was your tactic that you were using when you sent him the address to Home Depot?
Okay, my tactic then, and as a mother, I figured if I could, at the following text, I said, you would thank me when you're chilling with your daughter one day. I figured if I could get to him and I could touch him, I could stop him. That's what my tactic was, ma'am.
So your tactic was to bring him from Alabama to Pensacola so that you could touch him first?
My tactic was to bring him to me, yes, ma'am.
How did that work?
It did it, ma'am.
What part of him saying that he was going to, or excuse me, let me back up. You mentioned during your testimony with Mr. Ackerman that you didn't take a lot of what Keith said seriously.
Yes, ma'am.
So what part of him saying that he was going to kill Brooklyn was not serious?
To me, all of it, because he has said this before. He said it on the 11th. But if you would go back to the text that me and Keith has had months and years and other times, I understand your job. Your job is to pick out what I done wrong. But you haven't picked out the last 3 years. It's like your job is a witch hunt.
Ma'am,
That wasn't
just
my
answer the
question. My job is to bring out the truth.
And that's what I'm giving you.
So what part of him saying that he was going to shoot Brooklyn?
I didn't
did
believe
you
any
not-
of it.
Ma'am,
I'm not
let
done.
Oh, sorry.
her-
What part of that did you not think was serious?
I didn't believe any of it.
What part of him asking where you guys were so that he could come kill Brooklyn was not serious?
I didn't think he was coming, ma'am.
What part of him counting down his travel from Alabama to Pensacola did you not think was serious?
I didn't think he was coming, ma'am.
Now, you keep talking about these other text messages. You deleted your text messages, correct?
Yes, ma'am. I said that.
You also mentioned that Brooklyn was the best mama and was such a good girl.
She was.
And you sent your son to her location where he killed her.
No, ma'am. I sent my son to me. I told him you can come shoot me.
But he came to the location you sent and he killed her.
Yes, ma'am.
Ms. Agee,
Yes, ma'am.
your son had no idea where you and Brooklyn were that day, did he?
No, ma'am.
Your family testified how you and Brooklyn were so close, you were like mother and daughter, correct?
Yes, ma'am.
And you mentioned that your son was seeing a couple other people, but you had no idea if Brooklyn was seeing anyone
I
else.
said I didn't think Brooklyn was seeing anybody else. Yes, ma'am.
But you're so close, like mother and daughter, and you don't know that.
Well, I mean, I had never heard Brooklyn say she was dating or sleeping around with anybody else. No, ma'am. I did not.
You said at some point you started changing your tactic because Brooklyn means nothing to him, so you started using Casey, correct? To try to calm him down.
No, I didn't say Brooklyn means nothing to him. I said I was using Casey because he was mad at Brooklyn. I was using Casey to try to calm him down.
Okay, so you're trying to calm him down.
Yes, ma'am.
So then you tell him he's stupid, right?
Yes, ma'am.
And you tell him he's a dummy,
Yes, ma'am.
and you call him a bitch,
Yes, ma'am.
and you tell him he's got mental issues.
Yes, ma'am.
How does that tactic work to
It has
calm-
worked in the...
I'm not done.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry, ma'am.
How does that tactic work to calm him down?
It has worked in the past, ma'am.
By calling him names?
Yes, ma'am.
Mr. Ackerman talked to you about that text message where you say, if you don't come kill her, you a MF bitch.
Yes, ma'am.
You remember that?
Yes, ma'am.
And you said your testimony at that point was that you were sick of Keith, right?
Yes, ma'am.
And that's why you sent that.
I was sick of the way he acted, and I was being condescending, ma'am.
Okay. Well, you said you were sick of Keith in your
Yes, ma'am.
testimony.
Yes, ma'am.
So if you were sick of Keith that day, Ms. Agee, why didn't you shut your phone off?
Ma'am, if I had to do it all over again, I would shut my phone off. I'd throw it out the window. I
didn't ask you.
You asking me why?
Ma'am.
I didn't ask you.
Well, Ms. Jensen's not had a chance to get her full question out, so I'm asking that Ms. Agee just wait. That way the court reporter can get it down as well.
I didn't ask you what you would have done if you had to do it all over again. I asked you on that day, August 11th, 2023, why didn't you shut your phone off?
I don't know, ma'am.
Why didn't you block him?
Hitting the pause button, let's bring in criminal defense attorney Jeffrey Wolf. And Jeff, let me know what you think about how she's doing on cross. It's getting a bit fiery there.
Well, it's starting fiery is what it's doing. I was always taught about the law of escalating punishment. You wait until the witness gives you a reason to start acting snippy with them and yelling at them. And the reason you do that is because jurors don't like it when you beat up a witness who hasn't given you a reason to do so. And so I would suspect that this jury is not loving the tone of this prosecutor because it does not come off as fair when you cut off a witness, when you repeatedly interrupt them when they're trying to answer you. This is not a savvy witness who is trying to evade the answer to, or the question with her answers. This is somebody who is trying to answer her questions, and she just keeps cutting her off because she's not getting the answer she wants. And quite frankly, the defense attorney needs to do a better job with his objections of saying that she's badgering the witness, because that's what she's doing. She is badgering this witness. The judge is not protecting the witness in any way, shape, or form. It's a situation where she's trying to answer these questions. She's trying to give her what is a truthful answer to what are set up questions to get a specific response that she wants. And when she's not getting the response she wants, she's angry. And that's just not what you need to do on cross until the witness is giving you permission to do it by being obstructive. And that's just not what I'm saying.
It's interesting analysis, Jeffrey. We really appreciate it. Also interesting that the prosecution is honing in on just the address being provided and that one text about if you don't kill her, you are a blank, blank, blank. We are going to see the next time, Jeffrey. We have to get to our break. We have more of Agee on the stand. She is still testifying under cross. We're also going to keep you posted after that is done with this sentencing happening in Kentucky for Stephen Lawson in the Crystal Rogers murder case.
She gave me a disease. I lost money and my freedom multiple times due to this line. I said, and don't shoot my car. Don't shoot my car. I don't want to die. Trying to use Casey to defuse the situation.
Welcome back to Court TV Live. I'm Judge Ashley Wilcott, of course, honored to be with you today. This case in Florida is where we are this afternoon, where the defendant, Sheila Agee, is on the stand in the revenge mom murder trial. Prosecutors say the 52-year-old mom encouraged her son to kill his ex-girlfriend, Brooklyn Sims, at the Home Depot where both Sims and Sheila Agee worked. Keith Agee, who was found guilty of the murder in 2023, took the stand during his trial, where he testified that he shot Sims because he believed she had given him an STD, which was later found to be untrue. We're going to go back inside the courtroom. Now, defendant Sheila Agee provided all her information on direct, and now it's a pretty fiery cross-examination by the prosecutor. Let's go back in.
Why didn't you ignore him and just not respond?
I've asked myself that, ma'am.
You also testified at, there's a text message at about 11:10 a.m., about 2 hours prior to the shooting, where you told Mr. Ackerman that you felt like Keith was de-escalating. Do you remember that?
Yes, ma'am.
And you felt like it was over at that point?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. But then you continue to warn him about going to jail and giving him some consequences.
Yes, ma'am.
What's your tactic there if he's already de-escalated?
To reinforce him that you're going to jail, ma'am.
You never said, don't do it, right?
I told him you'd have to shoot me.
Excuse me?
I said you will have to shoot me.
So your testimony also was at that point he's de-escalated. And then a few texts later, you tell him to come to Pensacola, right?
To see me, yes.
Well, you actually said, come to Pensacola and do it so he doesn't shoot Brooklyn in front of Casey.
I don't know if that's the order it come in, but yes, ma'am, I don't think that's the order it was in.
Now, you made mention about you didn't know if he was going to shoot at the police.
Yes.
Were you talking about in Citronelle or were you talking about in Pensacola?
I'm talking about anywhere because he made the statement that he would shoot at the police.
Okay, so did you think that was a possibility?
As I told Mr. Ackerman, it's a possibility if roof to fall in. I didn't think he would come in.
Well, you knew that Keith has shot at people before when he was a juvenile.
Yeah, but I didn't think Keith never shot at the police, as far as I know. But he made that statement in a text, and I didn't know.
Ms. Agee, you said that Keith loved Brooklyn, didn't you?
Yeah, I did.
He put 20 plus holes in her body. And it's your testimony to this jury that he loved Brooklyn?
Yes, ma'am. I said I think Keith loved Brooklyn.
It's yes or no?
Okay, yes, ma'am.
Now, you also mentioned how you suggested that he come to Pensacola to get out of Citronelle. You said you were trying to get him out of Citronelle.
Yes, ma'am.
I'm asking you those.
I'm answering you.
Okay. What made sense for you to get him out of Citronelle and send him to Pensacola?
To come to me.
It made sense to you to have him drive from another state to come to you?
At that time, ma'am, yes. I thought I was doing the right thing. I'm not. Can I answer?
Sure.
Okay. I'm not saying that I made the totally right decision. I'm probably an idiot, but I was doing what I thought was right.
You acknowledged that you deleted your text messages, correct?
Yes, I did. Yes, ma'am.
And you said actually in your testimony with Mr. Ackerman that you were worried about looking stupid. You said in your text messages when you asked Keith to delete them that you were worried about looking stupid.
Yes.
But now you just testified that you deleted them because you didn't want to be associated with Keith.
When I told Keith to delete them, that was way in the beginning of the hour and a half before we stopped texting. Yes, ma'am, I did. That was an hour and a half before we stopped texting. I'm sorry.
You testified with Mr. Ackerman that you were just trying to diffuse the situation,
Yes,
right?
ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
At what point on August 11th, 2023, did you actually diffuse the situation?
As I stated, I was trying.
Not one of your tactics worked, did they?
Yes, ma'am. No, ma'am. They did not.
Now, you said never in a million years did you think that Keith would come shoot Brooklyn
No, ma'am.
in the middle of Home Depot with people everywhere.
No, ma'am.
He sure did it, didn't he?
Yes, ma'am. He did.
And he did it at the location that you provided him.
Yes, yes, ma'am.
Now, you testified that Keith has threatened his dad and his stepmom, right?
Yeah.
And you said, but that was okay because he was taking up for Brooklyn.
No, I never said it was okay. I did not say it was okay.
Maybe I misunderstood.
Yes,
My
ma'am. You
apologies.
did.
And you said in your testimony that once he cussed you, it was now between you and him and no longer between him and Brooklyn, correct?
Yes, ma'am.
So him talking about shooting Brooklyn didn't offend you. But when he cussed you, that's what set you off?
No, ma'am. I said that was my way to get him off of Brooklyn and onto me.
Now, when you and your attorney were going back through these text messages, it was quickly glossed over the part where you actually sent the address to Keith.
No, ma'am. I sent the address.
Right, and you said you sent the address where I was, meaning you. You said I sent the address where I was.
Yeah, if you say so, yes, ma'am. I just thought I said I sent the address, but
But that's also where Brooklyn was, correct?
yes, ma'am.
And he'd been threatening to kill her, right?
Yes, ma'am.
He never threatened to kill you.
Yeah, he told me. Yeah, he did. Well, he told me I'm only giving you one warning. Yes, he did.
In the text message?
Yes, ma'am. In the text message, he said I'm only warning you one time, Mama.
To
Yes.
stay out of his way.
Yeah, and I wasn't. And I told him I was in his way. I was going to be in his way.
You said in one of your text messages that he was going to see you, not Brooklyn, and that he was going to thank you when he was chilling with his daughter one
Yes,
day.
ma'am.
Right. He's not chilling with his daughter, Miss Agee, now is he?
I'm sorry, I didn't hear that.
He's not chilling with his daughter.
No.
He's chilling in prison.
Yes, ma'am.
As a matter of fact, Miss Agee, you could have saved both of them by not sending that address.
Yes, ma'am.
So, on one hand, you say that you didn't believe he was coming to the store.
Yes, ma'am.
He told you he was coming.
Yes, ma'am.
He gave you a countdown of his locations, correct? Correct?
Oh, he told me one time he was 45 minutes away. Yes, ma'am.
Well, he told you he was coming through Movico, wherever that is. That's in between his work in Pensacola.
Okay.
He told you he was getting on the interstate.
Oh, yes, ma'am.
He
Yes,
told you
ma'am.
he was 45 minutes out.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. And you were concerned enough, Miss Agee, that you lingered around the entrance looking for him, correct?
Yes.
So there was a chance he was going to show up.
I was trying to make sure that if he did, I was there.
Okay. So there was a chance you thought he might show up.
There's a chance it's still in the fall.
And you were pacing around and you were looking out the door, correct?
Yes, ma'am.
So with the chance that he may show up, you don't call the police, right?
Yes.
You don't go tell a manager,
No, ma'am.
hey, my son is on the way, has been
No.
threatening one of my employees and the mother of my granddaughter. You don't tell anybody that.
No, ma'am.
You don't take Brooklyn to another location.
No, ma'am.
And at this time, would you not agree that
Folks, make sure your phones are turned off.
would you not agree that Keith was highly upset about this STD?
No more than he was upset about it 3 days before or 2 days before that.
Sure, the week before. He
Yes.
was very upset about this STD
Yes.
that he thought Brooklyn gave him.
I sent Keith the results of Brooklyn's report that she didn't have an STD.
My question was,
Yes, ma'am. I'm sorry.
he was very upset for however long it was about potentially having an STD.
Yes,
And he believed that Brooklyn gave it to him.
that's what he said.
And not one time on the August 11th day do you remind him that her test came back negative.
No, ma'am.
So you knew that Brooklyn had called the police on Keith before.
No, ma'am. No, he told me that. That was hearsay. Do I know? Did Brooklyn tell me that? No.
Okay,
No.
so Keith told you that Brooklyn called the
Yes.
police on him?
Yes.
And at some point, she had an injunction against
I
him.
don't know.
You had him arrested before, didn't you?
Yes, he.
Prosecution making the point, listen, if you were really trying to get Keith not to commit this act, why wouldn't you remind him that, hey, her test results for STDs were negative? She said, I never did that. I never did remind him of that. There's a lot more to come. Stay with us. We're going to hit the pause button so you can see more of this pretty aggressive cross-examination by the state. We'll be right back on Court TV Live.
Tonight on Closing Arguments, a gruesome murder has a former naval officer facing a jury, breaking down today's dramatic testimony in the dismembered wife murder trial.
Closing Arguments tonight at 8/7 Central, only on Court TV.
Donna Adelson is facing charges of murder, the death of her former son-in-law.
Terrible. Now that Donna has turned into a defendant, what's next for the Adelson clan?
The Matriarch Mastermind Murder Trial, August 19th, only on Court TV.
And let's get you back to Florida for the revenge mom murder trial of Sheila Agee. Prosecutors say the 52-year-old mom encouraged her son, Keith Agee, to kill his ex-girlfriend, Brooklyn Sims, at the Home Depot where both Sims and the defendant worked in 2023. We're going to take you back in. We are hearing more of the cross-examination by the state of the mother, Sheila Agee.
Yes, he.
And his dad had an injunction.
I don't know.
Will you
Yeah,
testify?
I said that's what they said. I said that's what they said.
Okay, well, you testified to that earlier.
I said that they said.
Okay. And you knew that Keith shot at someone before.
I knew he shot. I ain't saying that someone.
Ms. Agee,
Yes,
Mr.
ma'am.
Ackerman's first question to you during your testimony was if you would ever do anything to hurt Brooklyn, right?
Yes, ma'am.
And you said no. But you sent that address where she was located.
Not to hurt Brooklyn.
I'm sorry.
Not to hurt Brooklyn.
You know Keith is a hothead, correct?
At times.
And you threw gasoline on his temper with those text messages. Did you not?
I did what had worked before. If you say I threw gasoline that time, I would agree with you. Yes, ma'am.
In the 2 hours that you went back and forth with text messages, 2 hours,
Yes, ma'am.
how long would it have taken you to shut your phone off?
A second.
Speaking of these text messages, so the jury has heard that 911 was called at 1:21 p.m.
Yes, ma'am.
And they've also heard that you deleted your text messages at 58 p.m.
Yes, ma'am.
Where were you when you deleted those text messages?
Mistress, I don't want to lie to you. I think I was in the parking lot, I think.
Ms. Agee, you said at the very end of your testimony earlier that it is horrific, your words,
Yes, ma'am.
horrific,
Yes, ma'am.
what your son did to your child's mother. And it is equally horrific that you helped him do it isn't it?
No, ma'am, I didn't help him to do anything. No, ma'am, not at all.
There's not a question right now.